Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, Slovenia voted in favor of the draft resolution, focusing on the demand for an immediate, unconditional and permanent ceasefire. We thank Guyana for the able steering of E10 efforts as the coordinator and the other E10 members for the excellent cooperation in presenting this resolution. Since the start of the war in Gaza more than a year ago, Slovenia has been continuously calling for a strong, united voice from the Council on this issue. We have been supportive of every effort to find that unified response. It is undisputable that this Council is the primary body entrusted with the maintenance of international peace and security. It is the responsibility of every member state to contribute. As an elected member, our sense of responsibility has been growing. The war has brought pain and destruction, confrontations and shockwaves, limitation and attacks on the UN, and violations of international law. From the terrorist attack of Hamas on October 7th, the relentless attacks on civilians and limitation of humanitarian assistance in Gaza, including the siege of northern Gaza and unprecedented obstructions of UNRWA operations, this war represents everything the UN Charter stands against. We regret the veto has been cast. Even more, since this war, was its humanitarian impact and spillover effect, amounts to a serious threat to international peace and security. We deeply appreciate the work done by Egypt, Qatar, and the United States aimed at reaching a ceasefire deal on the ground. As we clearly stated during the adoption of the Resolution 2735, we believe that calls by the international community, efforts by mediators, and those of a bilateral nature are intertwined and should be mutually reinforcing. Madam President, the suffering in Gaza must end. The suffering of people in Palestine, Israel, Lebanon, and in wider region must end. There must be an immediate, unconditional, and permanent ceasefire. Hostages must be released. Humanitarian aid must be scaled up. We have heard countless briefings making it crystal clear. We must act now. It is this Council's responsibility to react to threats to international peace and security. There is an entire generation of children in Gaza that we are failing. They lost their families, their communities, schools, friends, their childhood. This is a war that the Council can and must stop with a united and unequivocal demand for a ceasefire. This is the first step towards achieving a comprehensive solution to the conflict, a first step to give those children a future. Slovenia will support further steps to peace, including an international peace conference and a commitment to global alliance for the implementation of the two-state solution, so that the future generations in Israel and Palestine can live side by side in peace, security, and prosperity. Thank you.